Hi, and thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the Man Cave. If I told you where it was, I'd obviously have to kill you. But over the next few videos, you'll see a lot of it and some spaces out and about as I give you a guide into my life, my training, and how I've approached Ironman Copenhagen, certainly in these last 30 days. So I hope you find it useful, and let's kick off with the basics.
So who am I? Well, a competitive triathlete for over 10 years now, with a number of national titles and even a European gold medal to my name. I'm very fortunate mostly to be a family man. That's the most important thing in my life. 2 little ladies and also a wonderful wife who's extremely supportive of all things tri. I work in sport and sports coaching every single day, helping young people fulfill their goals and ambitions. But also I'm a level 3 coach myself with a background in sports science. So stay tuned and you'll help me count down my 30 days to Ironman Copenhagen.
So before we even get into the 30 days, what I wanted to quickly do was just show you how I've got to this stage in one piece. So same as every single season, what I do is put together a very rudimentary document such as this, and start with the A race. So you stick that in, maybe you've even got 2. And then you can build your blocks back from there basically. So as you can see for me, this is obviously when I want to be peaking in good shape. These are the ones that I want to add some speed and really start to sort of feel stronger coming into this season. So this will be a lot more higher intensity, but better recovery sessions planned in as well. Whereas if we're going back into the beginning of the year, much more higher volume. I actually did 100 days straight. I wouldn't recommend that for everybody, but I did 100 days straight, albeit with lots of sort of varying recovery sessions in there as well. And then the winter period prior to that, I will have just done some strength and conditioning to address some of the niggles I've got. So once you've done that, you just build in all your other B and C races, but critically any family events, any stuff where you know it's going to be a challenge, you can put that on that at a glance calendar and build and shape your weekly schedule in and around that. And that's critical for me because that will then really help me focus on what it is I need to achieve that week, even if it means I've got to change the individual sessions around. So have a go at that, see what you think, but that is what has got me to that 30 days.
So let's quickly recap on those points. Firstly, it's your time. Once you've built that A race in, how are you going to get to achieve your best at that A race? Factor in all the training that you need around your family and work events. Once you've done that, you need to get that all-important support from your partner, family, friends, whatever it might be, but also work and club mates as well. Third, your facilities and kit. What is it that you have available to you now and what will you need? Be realistic with your budget, but anything that's going to help you get faster is obviously something you'll want. And lastly, those goals. Now we've got our A race, build in some other frequent races, but also just some key little motivators to keep you going throughout the season.
And so, with all of that in mind, that's exactly what I did. At Christmas, I sat down with the wife just to talk over the fact that I really wanted to do my first ever Ironman, but I really needed obviously her blessing and the ability for her to help with the family even more than what she does. With that in place, I went and spoke to my sponsors Prescott to make sure we could get some new kit for the season and was then good to go. So I've spent the entire winter building a really good endurance block, making sure also that I was focused on strength and rehab and also focusing on some of my weaknesses, particularly on the bike, to ensure that I could arrive at the start of the season feeling good, feeling strong and feeling fresh. And I'm really pleased to say that with 30 days to go, I've already had some really good results this season. Yes, I've got a few niggles that are a bit of a concern, but when you've got a full-time job and family and you're training for an Ironman, that is to be absolutely expected. So hopefully you'll join me in these last 30 days as I start my taper down to what will hopefully be a really successful Ironman Copenhagen, and who knows, maybe even a place at Kona. So, 30 days to go, and thought I'd just stick up the first video as I tread in the footsteps of all you guys about to do Outlaw. Good luck with that. But here I am on the beautiful Trent River, just out for a slow and steady one this morning before a big turbo tonight. Rock and roll. So, morning run done in Nottingham, full day of work, 4.5 hour drive inclusive of that, coming back down the M1 and M25 from Nottingham. Horrific, but selfishly, but luckily, little people are still out. So I've managed to squeeze in my turbo as quickly as possible. So Trainer Road that you might be able to see there, my weapon of choice. Fairly easy one tonight, so 6 times 10-minute blocks of sort of zone 2 really, 230 type watts, holding bars, playing with cadences. So all good, feeling all right, but 5 and 3-year-olds will be back in a second and we're wanting baths. So the joys of an age group, right? So welcome along to the pre-race ritual that I usually do. Some people choose to rest totally before their races, and that's absolutely fine if that's what makes you feel good of a morning on race day, so be it. But for me, I've always felt a little bit sluggish if I don't do something. So I have a routine and a route where I'll go out for sort of 30-45 minutes on the TT, throw some efforts in for sort of shorter periods, little blasts, and then just ease it back. Jump straight off and then into a 15-minute run where I'll probably do the first 2K quite high tempo, and then again ease it right back. You want to be feeling like you've still got loads of energy left to burn, which is always a good sign. The other good thing as well, so I'm breaking in some new tyres, and I think anytime you're using kit for the first time in race day is obviously opening yourself up to potential risk. So that's another reason why I prefer to get out in the day or two before to test any new kit that you're going to use on the day. So let's get cracking. So out hard for 2K, now on 325k pace, so ease it back, just a couple more K, that'll do. What a time to do it, bloody hot. So today's all about sort of zone 2, just easy stuff, something in my 25k commute in, 45k commute down to the lake after work, do a non-wetsuit swim for an hour, and then about 15-16k to get home. So all in all about 85k or so. So yeah, all good and enjoying the sun. Morning team, as you can see, a very wet and windy roundabout near Gravesend, which really wasn't the plan. The plan was to ride on a nice day, as we've been having for weeks, to Sheerness on my last big ride before the 3-week taper kicks in. But yeah, having to admit that I'm cold, a bit wet, and really don't want to risk anything stupid, obviously with all the training that's gone into it. So just about to plot a route home, which is a shame, but legs still feel good. And if things brighten up a little, I might kick it out over the downs or something, but as it stands,